Welcome to the Enlightenment Leaders documentary. I am Thomas Jefferson, a founding father of America, and in my opinion, the best thing that happened to America. The Jefferson family migrated from England all the way to America in the early 17th century. My grandfather and great-grandfather were not in the elite class, but they were well respected in Virginia. I thought family was very important, and my family was very close and loving.
As I said, it is in the love of one's family only that the heartfelt happiness is known. I was born on April 13, 1743 at Shadwell, a plantation near present-day Charlottesville, Virginia.
In a few days, I would be 276 years old.
My father, Peter Jefferson, was a successful planter and surveyor.
My mother, Jane Randolph Jefferson, came from a prominent Virginia family. I was their third child and eldest son. I had 6 sisters and 1 surviving brother.
When I was just a teenager, my father passed away.
My father left an estate and personal slaves to each of my siblings.
In 1762, at the age of 19, I graduated from the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. I had a thirst for knowledge, and I sometimes let my curiosity get the best of me. I studied for 15 hours, and right after that, I practiced violin for several more hours.
After college, I studied law under a respected attorney in Virginia, because there were no official law schools in America at that time. I began working as a lawyer in 1767. I was a member of colonial Virginia's House of Burgesses. I soon declared that British Parliament had no right to exercise authority over the American colonies.
I was very in love with my wife, Martha Skelton, and I married her in 1772.
We had 6 children. Sadly, only 2, Martha and Maria, survived into adulthood. Martha and Maria's nickname in our family was Patsy and Polly, respectively.
My wife died in 1782.
My children and later my grandchildren were the main focus of my domestic life.
While I was president in 1802, the love for my children gained a lot of attention. I was accused of having children with my slave and my wife's half-sister.
I started working again and sailed to France alongside my daughter, Martha. I asked my other daughter, Maria, to come to sail to France with us, but she'd rather stay with her aunt and uncle. She looked to them as family more than me because I couldn't spend as much time with her anymore.
In my adult years, I wrote the Declaration of Independence and was a leading figure in America's early development as the third United States president.
I served in the Virginia legislature, the Continental Congress, and was governor of Virginia. I later served as U.S. Minister to France, U.S. Secretary of State, and was vice president under John Adams. You could say I was pretty busy. What I did throughout my presidency changed America's future. I wrote a bill that established religious freedom, which was enacted in 1786. I had conflicts with Alexander Hamilton during my time as Secretary of State, and shortly resigned in 1793. Political conflicts arose and 2 parties broke out, the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans. I took leadership of Republican side. I sympathized with the revolution in France and opposed a strong central government which gave power to the states. I understood that the American people had power. During my second term, I had an unpopular decision in keeping America from involvement in the Napoleonic Wars.
In December 1825, I started having terrible pains that I wrote about in my journals. In January 1826, I wrote, "As to the state of my health, it has been 3 weeks since a reacerbation of my painful complaint has confined me to the house and indeed to my couch." At the age of 83, I took my final breath on July 4, 1826, the same day America celebrated 50 years of independence.
I had been unwell for a while, but my death came to a shock for everybody. Although what I died from isn't exactly stated, my symptoms were common with uremia. Friendship is precious, not only in the shade, but in the sunshine of life, and thanks to a benevolent arrangement, the greater part of life is sunshine.